Good morning, it's Monday the 31st of October. This is the Phoenix Blue Morning Update presented this morning by Tom Colley. Right, we've got a really big week ahead for news. We have the rate statements from four central banks, the Australian, the Japanese, the Americans, the Bank of England, and then to add insult to injury, we have non-farm payroll on Friday. So a really big day for the news. It means that you need to be aware of all these events. There are other events happening as well. They're just the major rate announcements. So one of the busiest weeks that we've seen in a long while. Just referring back to last week, we had an interesting end to the week. We'd seen dollar strength right through the week. And then right at the death, the announcement came out that the FBI were investigating some more of Hillary Clinton's emails, which caused a pullback on the dollar on Friday evening. So we'll be watching to see how that plays out. Is that going to prove to be the catalyst for the correction on the dollar we were anticipating, or will we just simply see dollar strength come back to the market? But just back to the news first. We have overnight. We've nothing actually today. It's a big week, but it's condensed into the last 4 days. Nothing on the first day. Overnight, we've got from China. We've got the manufacturing PMI indexes, which is always an important or the most important data we see coming out of China. The forecast is 50.2 on the Caixin and 50.3 on the government PMI measure. Anything above 50 is perceived as growth, so we'll have our eyes on that to see how that plays out. Then overnight, or early in the morning, 4:30 UK time, we have the Australian cash rate and RBA rate statement. Based on recent feedback from the Governor of the Bank of Australia and recent data, we aren't anticipating any change in the rate here. So it'll be the statement, which is the point of interest to see if there are any clues to what lies ahead for the Reserve Bank of Australia. Then after that, tentatively timed at the moment, as it usually is, we have the Bank of Japan rate statement and monetary policy statement. We also have an outlook report, which is over and above a normal meeting. So they will be talking more about projections. We'll be watching out for the projection for 2% inflation target being hit to be moved out as the economy isn't managing to grow and create inflation, which has been its bugbear really for decades now. So two big things there overnight to be aware of, but just through the week in general, be aware of all the major news events. There are a lot of them. Here at Phoenix Blue, we will be trading our market cap trades predominantly through price action because of the news. So we'll be waiting for price to react on those levels rather than taking them with a fixed stop loss and a limit order. Worth setting up these times and things on some sort of alarm so you know they're going to happen, so you can amend your orders or close pending orders ahead of each event. Okay, let's start over with the dollar index, and here's the big pullback we had Friday afternoon. It had been through the day bullish, still above this 98.50 level till the FBI announcement. We then had a clear break and closed below 98.50. If we see our correction, we're expecting it to see a pullback down to around 97.20, this zone here. But obviously that's potential. There's another 96.20 right back here, which we were watching a couple of weeks ago, but price has broken through further levels going long, so we will be looking for price to react there, and we'll be looking to correlate that with other majors and minors. One, of course, which is the euro. Here's the euro. Obviously, we had the reverse move on the euro, a move long based on that FBI statement. We have a zone here that we're looking to correlate with that 96.20 on the dollar index in order to take the euro back down to the downside. So we'll be watching that. We'll also be looking at opportunities intraday to get in to take that back to that level. Over on the yen, well, again, we saw a dollar strengthening on Friday, but overnight and so far today, we've had somewhat of a bullish, well, to be fair, we had a bullish move from the Friday's low back to Friday's close. We've a level in here about 103.70. This is the level that we're watching for price to come back to in correlation with the dollar index. So we will be watching that and looking to trade it if we get the correlation, which may mean that we are looking for price action. We're looking for a change of cyclicity on a lower time frame. Okay. Over on the Aussie, well, despite a bearish day through here, or even a bearish week as such, the strength in the Aussie dollar remained. It hasn't broken below this trend line, the bottom of the triangle. We are looking for long trades intraday this week through here. You can see a little level through there marked in, which is the first one we'll be watching before price gets back up to this, call it 77.30 level, this zone through here, where we'll once again be looking to trade the Aussie back to the downside, again hopefully in correlation with the dollar index. The Canadian dollar, well, some interesting moves here. We are looking here for a move in either direction. Obviously, the Canadian dollar is influenced by crude oil. We're currently short the crude market. That's, if the market moves further short, that will weaken the Canadian dollar, which will be a push to the long side. We have to remember, however, that if we get a weakening dollar, that could offset it, or any point between the two in terms of balance. So we will be looking for a break above a retest of this level to the long side, or alternatively a break below this smaller level through here, a retest and a trade to the short side if the dollar or weakening dollar becomes the big influence in that market. But so again, want to watch there in combination with the US dollar strength and also looking at crude oil. Now, if you really want to move your trading to the next level, you like what you see each morning on these videos, we have an event on the 15th of November, which gives you the opportunity to trade live with the Phoenix Blue fund managers for 4 hours. It's a central London event. Pop onto the website phoenixblue.co.uk and you can leave your details and we'll send you an invite and all the directions, etc. for that event. Any other questions whatsoever, simply email us at info@phoenixblue.co.uk if there are questions about this video, if there are questions in general. If you just want to talk to somebody about a trade idea, anything whatsoever, get in contact and we'll start talking to you and see if there's anything that we can help you with in the short term, or whether we can encourage you to come and talk to us about becoming one of the Phoenix Blue team members. Okay guys, that's it for today. We will be back with you in the morning. Please trade very carefully this week. I know today's quite well, it's quiet on the news until we get to overnight, but that won't be the case as we go through the week. Thank you for listening, and we'll speak to you in the morning.